It's a function you can Mr. Cole.
Yeah. How you doing?
Not bad. Can't complain. Well, I mean, I can complain.
Back again.
Hey.
Click the wrong darn button. I hate that when that happens.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
Hey, sorry about that. My internet was acting up and all that, so I just posted my code too.
No problem. I thought you just posted you weren't coming, though.
Yeah, I know. I thought I wouldn't make it home and all that, but I just made it home.
Cool. Well, awesome.
Yes, sir.
I'm just going through it and double checking my encounters, just seeing how I do that. Where? Oh, it's hidden by filter. Source. Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Ready?
Oh, wow. Okay, well, those are more. Maybe I can do this. There we go. Nope. Okay, that'll work. We'll give it just a couple minutes, see if Ryan joins, and then I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, David was a maybe.
I'm playing from a hotel tonight, so hopefully my internet will work all right. I'm working with very restricted desk space, so be patient with me.
That's too easy to be patient. That don't cost nothing. But no, the internet seems okay right now.
Yeah, but we'll see once I start streaming and all that fun stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
I know we have the power trucks just up the road, so working on my cousin's power pole out in front of her place. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but just I don't foresee anything. But if something inadvertently does, it's not a rage quit.
Nope. We may have some viewers of the stream tonight, or
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I've got a couple of employees that are halfway interested in getting involved, and
yeah, that's good.
They wanted to watch and just kind of see what it was about. And,
wow.
And I was talking. I'm thinking of actually setting up my own Twitch stream, or doing something a little more formal with that weekly game that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I've actually spent a little bit of time this afternoon trying to figure out how to set up the, all the fancy widgets that go around it, so it looks neat. And,
yeah, that's why I use XSplit. It makes doing a lot of that stuff a little bit easier, but it does eat up. You want a somewhat robust. It doesn't have to be top of the shelf gaming machine, but you want something that's that has a little bit of meat. I mean, what I run the games on is it's a couple years old desktop off the shelf from Walmart. So it's nothing special. It's a Dell, but
well, I'm running this off of the MacBook Pro i5, but my other computer, the one I want to use, is an i9 with like 32 gigs of RAM or something ridiculous. The only issue is what I was trying to play with last week, and the mic kept cutting out, the built-in mic. So, although if I'm I might have to just bring get one of those blues, those real nice mics, and carry it with me in my bag. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I got a few weeks to make up my mind on how I want to do it. But I'm leaning in that direction, trying to do something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and if they want to see what it's about, at least I mean, we got quite a collection of videos from the UAG that they could watch and get a feel.
Yeah, I sent them one of my old ones. I sent the link for this. I sent them a link to Critical Role, and I sent him a link to Roll20 was running a Mad Mage, dungeon delve. And I was telling him that's the tool you might want to use. So kind of see how that runs, as opposed to this, where it's all just voice.
Well, try to give them all the information, if not more, than they need or could use, so they can develop the best, well-informed opinion on the hobby as possible. That's my outlook.
Yep, that's my plan.
Because the more that you can show them of the different personality types, because every DM is different.
Yep.
And every group is different. So you can show them, they can get a feel for what pretty much to expect if they look across a good diversified cross section.
Right. See if Ryan is able to join.
I was hoping Isaac would have been able to return, but he must be working.
Yeah. Well, let's give it a minute or two more, and then we'll get started.
Okay.
Okay.
By my clock, we're only 4 minutes in, anyways, and that's not bad at all.
No. Let me see what it can look like if he's not here.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
I'm just clearing my throat.
I thought it was something else.
Brian has saw my request. I'm just waiting for him to respond.
Yep, no problem.
Take your time.
And I thought you knew about that with the GM token, because that's been out there for quite a while.
I missed it. Whatever. All right, he can't join, so we're going to go ahead and get started.
Oh, you can't join? Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm ready, guys.
All right, let me go live. How does this is off air? How do I put it on air? Oh, that's fine. Come on. You kidding me?
Yeah. You running through the same screen that you had last time?
I am, and I did not have anywhere near as much difficulty getting there. So just give me a second. I'll find it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just wondering if that was the issue that you're having, or if it just something goofy with the Hangouts.
It's just something goofy with the Hangouts. But no, I'm in the right place. I've got the right thing loaded, so we're cool. All right, no, that's not what I want. Nope, that's not what I want. No. Why?
Because it can.
Well, pretty much. All right, give me a second. Let me go back into YouTube and see if there's something I need to punch there. Okay, I think. Oh. Okay. We've been broadcasting this whole time. It's off air, but it is broadcasting.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, not according to my screen.
It says it's so when I go into YouTube itself, it says we're live, and I just kind of pulled it up, and yeah, it's got like 12 minutes of content.
Okay. And then,
so,
I got 12 minutes of content of us talking.
Oh yeah,
pretty much.
But just odd seeing the off-air sign on up in the upper right is all.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one thing just real quick. I'll be right back.
Yep, no problem.
I don't have nothing else better to do. I forgot my case manager was supposed to come
in. Yeah. No, it's I did the setting of basically start broadcasting once there's data. So I guess it's just going to auto broadcast. I don't know. Hopefully I can go in and edit it and cut out that first 12 minutes or something.
Oh well, with the video manager you should be able to.
All right, so let's get started.
Okay.
So this is Eric Medlock, your neighborhood friendly DM here for the Unnamed Adventurers Guild, running part 2 of the Adventure Unnamed Incursion, whereby our intrepid adventurers are on their way to the fort, actually already at the fort, to find out why so many demons are coming to the fort and attacking it. The idea being if they can either stop or at least tell the fort commander what's going on. We have 2 players tonight. Let's start with Charles. Go ahead and introduce yourself and your character, and then you can pick up right after.
All right, and my name is Charlie Cole, and I'm playing Ilitha. She is Yanti pureblood, and she addresses herself as the Duchess of Gelderland. She has a couple unique features with her orange-red eyes, and there's a slight scaly look, like she has dry skin around the face when you can see her. She's dressed in a leather outfit. It's not leather armor, but it's a leather outfit. She doesn't wear armor, and it's like a jacket, tunic, hooded cloak, all combined, pretty much like the picture that you see there. And she keeps her hands in these gloves that are pretty well skin tight to cover up the scaly skin that she has from being a Yanti, carrying on in such a way. Walking as she walks around the battlefield last go around with trying to portray the regal confidence and ease of being a duchess and not letting the battle concern her. However, down deep inside, truth be told, she is wondering which way to run and hide. So over to you, DM, or next monkey in the fire.
Dylan, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, my name is Dylan, and I will be playing a half-orc barbarian named Sir Oliver, and he's well known for being the tribe of the barbarian clan in the half-orc race. but also a military brand for his race, and got injured in his last fight against um since his last dungeons. And he brought a backpack to remember his passed away little brother, which he was only 10 years old, and he died during the Great War of the Orcs and all that.
Fantastic. Great introductions. So,
Thank you.
Where we are now is Charles, your character, Ilitha, is already at the fort with the ranger Zechi, and you spent part of last night helping defend the fort. You were able to stop a sort of a rogue scouting party from doing a surprise attack on the rear of the fort, and then you were given the night to rest. Quick point of order. You mentioned, Charles, that the adjusted short rest rules, which I'm still trying to understand, give regular long rest bonuses if you're sleeping in a town.
Yes.
Well, I mean, does this fort count? Because you were in a bed.
The fortified city areas do, just like Lehman's tiny hut would, or Mordekainen's magnificent mansion, or anything akin to that, where you know that you don't have to get up and worry about being attacked. Having an active watch on per se, that somebody else is doing it. You have the comforts of warm, dry bed, shelter, and good food and stuff. Is allowing that instead of the battlefield conditions or exploring field conditions where you're roughing it.
Okay. So in that case, that means that you received a long rest last night, along with Zechi. When you awake in the morning, Zechi's bunk is empty.
Ilitha will say, "I knew that little she-coward could not stand for the duel. She has no honor."
So, you're about to set off for this scouting expedition. Would it make sense? I'm trying not to railroad here, but would it make sense to check in with the commander before you head out?
Yeah, it would. It would. Ilitha, before heading on out the gate, would definitely check in with him, because she would want to make sure that that he would know where they were in the general area where they were going to be looking, just in case she didn't get back on the time frame that she would express to him, that would be back to make sure that he had a suitable meal, not that gutter tripe that Cookie tried to pass off the night before.
Oh, gonna have him send the troops out to get some dragon ribs.
Yes, braised dragon ribs.
Okay, so shortcutting it, you go to the commander's office, and when you enter, Dylan, this is how I'm going to kind of introduce you in the adventure. When you enter, there in the office is a barbarian who also seems to be wearing the UAG emblem.
Oh, okay. And you, dirty, unkept barbaric nature of such. I see that you are a UAG member. Pincus must have sent you down here to assist me in carrying my goods and taking care of my protection, being my bodyguard.
Well, my fine lady friend, he bows while he was speaking. I came on this adventure that he was told about in the UAG post board and took up on the request. It was very dangerous, I was told, and I came down to talk to you, commanding officer.
Then talk to the commanding officer. We have
He chose. He chose.
miles to make.
He told me that you're the best out of all of them out there.
Well, us nobles always are a stitch above the common and the more unkept.
At this point, the commander of the fort looks up and says, "Ah, I see you've introduced yourself. So, where's your little halfling friend?"
I really don't know. We had words while we were out and about, and she wanted a challenge of honor at some point, and I think, or I know, because of course I have all sorts of honor, that when she heard she'd be facing my champion, that she ran like a scalded little rat that has little honor.
Oh, joy! You adventurers and your little spats. I, are you? You know, the deal still stands. 250 gold for the group to go and find out the source of this incursion. You saw the attack last night. You saw the direction they were coming from. Are you prepared to begin this this task for me?
Oh, most definitely. With this rather brawny but unkept individual and myself, I think we may be able to ascertain such simple knowledge and information and bring it on back to you. At least I should be able to. Whether he can make it back or not may be questionable. You you know how those lower classed uh, peoples are. They tend to run when the going gets tough. They have no decorum for the situations at hand.
Very well, then. Get out of my office and get to work.
Come on, Harry one. We have blood to spill.
Yes, ma'am. I'd love to spill some blood on this green earth.
Just make sure it's not mine. She'll
As
say.
you wish.
Uh, and we'll head on out on the map that he that he may or may not have in his office. If he doesn't have one, Ilitha would kind of make a rude, quick sketch on some parchment during the conversation and saying, we should be probably back by dark. Make sure Cookie has some decent braised dragon ribs. Short or long, they'll do. But we should be back in time for those. And we're going to be going over here to the, it looks like the best vantage point. I know if I was running this attack on this place that I would want to headquarter up in this area over here in the southwest, possibly up in those mountainous areas there. Better view, so to say.
So you say this out loud or you write it down?
She's saying it out loud. She's being that regal, cocky, trollish demeanor. She's constantly trying to sell that point.
Mm. He doesn't even look up from the papers he's working on. He just kind of does that dismissive wave and continues back to work.
Alrighty, I'm trying to find the map we had last time so I could pop it up. So don't mind me. But we'll head on. Ilitha will head towards the door, and she'll wait for this brute to open the door for her.
Mm-hmm. And Dylan, what was the name of your character again? I've forgotten.
Orville, Orville.
Got it. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. He will bow to the young lady and said thank you, and then walk through the door without hitting his head.
And she'll just say, see, this just goes to prove they have no sense of protocol in class. And then she'll head on out and she'll shut the door and head towards the gate of the fort and start upon their quest, so to say.
Okay. So you head out of the fort. The soldiers let you out without much quibble. The gates actually open, and they are out burning the bodies of the demons left over, the bits and parts that are left over, and burying the remains to clear the detritus from the previous evening. So what do you want to do? Are you going to head off in the direction you think on the map? Are you going to try and search for a back trail to the creatures that attacked?
Well, Ilitha would want to see if she could find any tracks and such, but with her ability, she'll look about and such, and she'll point. They went that way, I say. She has, and she doesn't care if she's right, wrong, or indifferent, but she's taken that role as a leader or as a noble in that confidence as spoke of before, and saying, this is what I see this way. And now if Orville wants to actually look and find all different information, that's up to Orville, and very cool.
So Orville, do you want to see if you can make out any tracks or back trail?
I want to just follow the leader of the group for now until she changes her mind.
Okay.
So, Ilitha, you said you were actually going to look for tracks? Is that right?
She was going to look down, like looking for tracks, but you know, she really doesn't have. She's not proficient in survival.
I see.
So you know, I can roll, but I wouldn't expect a whole lot. But regardless of the finding, she's like I said, she's pointing off. It's this way. Follow me. Type of thing. If you follow where I'm going with that one.
I do.
Why is it?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and roll a survival check, just for the heck of it.
Oh, that's fine. 19.
We'll see. There you
go. Me or him.
So even being untrained, you know, sometimes people just get lucky.
Yeah.
And you do notice tracks, and you are able to follow the back trail for a little while. And so assuming you're heading off in that direction, you and your barbarian buddy walk for a while, and it's quiet. I mean, it's really quiet. No birds, no beasts, no people. The land is raised. There's smoke coming off in the distance. It's just brutal. But for a while, you don't see any signs of life. You see the signs of the demons, but you don't see any demons. You don't see anything that would indicate that they're still around.
What's the landscape like through this trail that I'm taking? Is it a work trail, even being a work goat trail, or is it a cart like road, or is it just a wilderness footpath through whatever the mountain terrain or whatever is to the southwest or whatnot?
Right. So it at some point may have been some kind of animal trail, but at this point the landscape is so decimated that it's really just a giant scar on the land, and quite frankly, you're amused that you didn't notice it before and you actually had to follow tracks. But yeah, it is just a scar on the landscape. As you continue, however, the trees do finally start to grow in, and it starts to get a little bit darker. And at a certain point, the darkness is such that the trees and the bent-in forest can't explain it all. There is something unnatural, and an unnatural chill to the air as you follow this back trail.
Well, with that, at that point, Elitha will start slowing down and actually stealthing, looking for shadows to move in and out of, and possibly rocks, trees, burnt rubble, whatever, to take aspects of cover. And she will take, she'll walk like, we'll say, every 5 feet and stop and listen, and trying to be stealthy up with it. So her stealth check for doing that is all of 7.
Nice.
Hey, she thinks she's just killing it.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
She does. She thinks she's just killing it.
Yeah. And instead, she's like one of those characters in a cartoon where every time they take a sneaky step, the music is going dun dun
yeah.
dun dun. And actually doing it. She's humming that as she walks. So roll me an active perception check as well.
All right. That will be better, I hope. Well, it might be. I got 11 on the dice, and her perception modifier it's an 11. Her perception modifier is a 0.
Okay. Orville, are you sneaking with her, or are you just barreling ahead?
And let's see here. I will make us a nice oranges. Oh, gold. Yes, gold.
Dylan, did you hear my question? Oh, do we lose him? He blocked me. Okay.
Blocked?
Okay, for a fun game. Yeah.
Dylan, you blocked Eric. Why? You blocked the GM. Do you want to block Eric Medlock as well? It was all right.
Okay. All right. So you do.
I don't know how you would unblock them because I don't know the phone app for it, but it'd be someplace in the phone on the phone app for the options. Since I only use this on either laptop or desktop, so I really couldn't tell you, Dylan. But over here at Fort Damali, where I got the map now, and I got our with a little gold cursor. Where would you say we would be, Eric?
Okay, so I would say if you go down from there to about where that second red block is, but yeah, there, and go about right where the line is for that that dark line for the hill or mountain closest to you there.
Okay. Dylan, you're going to have to hold up because Eric was giving me the guidance on that, and I'm old and my hearing is not as selective as it used to be. Okay, well that's fine. As far as that, we can mitigate around on some of it. But where were you saying? Down here, Dylan?
Yeah, there, and then head to the right until you're about at the base of that mountain.
What about here?
Yeah, right around there.
Okay. Dylan, can you hear the DM? Okay. My suggestion, and I know it's going to hold up the game a little bit, is possibly drop out and come back in. That may unblock. That's the only suggestion I have outside of. Well, let me check one thing. No, not there. I was thinking up on the settings up there on the top of the screen, but no, it wasn't there. So
I'm wondering. Let me look and see if the control room would let me do anything. I doubt it. I mean, if he blocked me,
it should allow you. You own the Hangout.
I know, but because he blocked me, it might say, "Oh well,"
Yeah, it might, and
I don't see anything. Yeah, you know what? I'll take a smoke break real quick. Let him try to drop and rejoin.
Yeah.
And if it works, great. If it doesn't, I mean, we can. If you don't mind, we can play a little bit of relay.
Yeah, we'll make it work. We adapt and overcome. So
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna grab a smoke and give him a minute to try.
all righty. Go ahead and go ahead and drop it, Dylan, and come back in.
I'm back.
So Dylan make it back?
No, he's saying it won't let him in.
Oh my goodness. I had to step out and give myself an insulin shot, but as far as that,
so I don't know what to do at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. It's up to you. We can either postpone it or we can truck on. Whichever you feel more comfortable with.
I think I'd like to abort for now.
Okay, no problem. And to our watchers, these things, just explain to them, these things do happen from time to time. Technology does rock the world, but it also rocks the foundation and sucks at times.
Yep, we'll pick this adventure up again, and maybe we'll even get a couple more players next time.
Yeah, and don't for the ones that are watching or like that, don't count every adventure to be this challenged as far as that, because they're not. Definitely go through the Google tabletop games and watch them, and you'll see that it does happen from time to time, but most of the time it's not quite this way.
No, I mean, I've run 5 games and participated in 20, and this is really the first time this has happened on here. So this is what.
Yeah, and let me save this here, that map where we're at. That way we don't lose it. I've run about 160 games, and I've had it happen no more than 5 times, really, as far as the technical issue dropping things down like this. So that's a low percentage. But I just thought, and a lot of it is because you said you had some friends and coworkers that would be watching, and it was like the first experience, and I don't want them to think that this is a standard happening in this hobby community.
Yeah.
As far as that, so. But I do appreciate the time that you took, especially since you're on travels and like that. But it was working well, the internet and the streaming, to be honest.
Yeah, I was enjoying it, and like I said, for just one person, I think that's a little challenging for a DM, quite frankly, to keep them alive without lowballing everything.
Yeah, and I understand. I know myself. I prefer. I really don't like having just 2. I've done a few here lately with just 2. I've done 1 or 2 with 1, but the lower level game and easier to adjust the threat, so it makes it fair. So on that one, so it it is what it is.
Yep.
And like that there again, thanks Eric, and like that, and we'll pick it up sometime. I'm looking forward to it, and as far as that, letting this character develop herself a little bit more and push harder onto that alter ego disguise that she's carrying. So working that charlatan background for all it's worth.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Well, thanks a lot, and thanks to all our viewers. And we'll try again soon.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Eric. You have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.